to our podcast. We'll figure something out. It's your hostess with the mostest, Sister Sisters. I'm Amy.
And I'm Katie, and we're back with another episode. But before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe. Today's episode, we are going to be talking about our pregnancies.
Yes, our pregnancies. We got a couple of them.
Not a couple.
We got a couple. First pregnancy, Allie girl.
Good old Alvin.
Good old Allie girl. Now she's 18. So 18 years ago, I'll have to really, I think I remember it all. I think I remember it all. So Morgan and I got married April 8th, 2006.
Mm-hmm.
And literally 2 weeks later, we're pregnant.
Here we are.
Here we are. Pregnant, no honeymoon phase. It was straight into,
let's do it.
Let's do it. Sickness and everything. Everything. Funny thing is, though, we were living in Colorado, so we were how many states away?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 3 states? I gotta get the map out. About 3 states away, so, we're like a mama's girl.
Oh, 100%.
Daddy's girl. So it's like, we gotta have, more like family girl.
That's what it is. It's like, you can't really say we're a mama's girl or a daddy's girl, but it's like,
we gotta have mom.
Well, we love our mom and pa.
Mom and pa. Yeah. Yeah.
We don't like to be far away.
No, especially when you're sick. Can't like it. Especially when you're sick or going through something different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it.
So I remember, we were trying.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like something like, oh, surprise, shorty. Yeah. No, it was like.
And I didn't even know that.
No. I don't think anybody knew that. We were just like, let's just get it going.
I think that's why I was so surprised. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't know we were getting
Wait a minute. Already. 6th grade and I'm an aunt? That's weird. That's weird. I'm in Shady Creek. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, wait, why wasn't Shady Creek back then?
Woodley.
Was it still Woodley?
I was the last one to go called Woodley.
So anyways, I remember a little apartment, and I remember, I think the period came and gone and was not there. Actually, I don't think we were even there yet, because we were like, let's just go get a test just to find out.
Oh, like before
you know what I'm saying? We weren't even waiting.
Well, let's do it.
Let's just do it. Let's just see if it worked, And so I can't even, probably went to Walmart. Good old Wally World. Probably went there. And back then, they didn't have digital.
No.
It was just the lines.
Back in your day.
Back in my day, there was no digital. We just got the ones with the lines, and I think we bought a couple. It probably came in a pack or whatever. Mm-hmm. So anyways, I think I did it, and it like a little faint line.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Just a faint line. Because I think, doesn't it get, darker when it's closer?
Yeah, because it's,
you know what I'm saying?
Your hormones are more intense.
That's probably,
yeah.
So we had taken it early, but it was like a little faint line. So we're like, let's do another one. I think we did another one the next day or whatever, and it was darker. And we're like, well, that's it. Okay.
That happened.
We're going to be parents.
Were you guys together when you did it?
Yes. Okay. Yes. We're going to be parents. Yep. So I remember, back in my day, there was no, FaceTiming.
No. Called the landline.
I called the land. Yeah, no, I think so.
No, you did. I remember Dad was in bed. I totally remember. It's like core memory. I can remember when it happened.
Because I think we're a couple hours. It was an hour or a couple hours ahead too. Anyways, but I remember call the landline on my Nextel. On my Nextel. I remember being so scared.
You were crying.
Yeah. Just so,
because I was so, what's happening?
I was scared to tell them, because I was like, what are they, they're about Amy.
Whatever.
Amy. So anyways, I remember telling them, and when I told them, I was telling, Dad was on, they must have been both on the phone, which doesn't make sense. Wait, was one on the kitchen?
It was probably
one was on the kitchen phone and one was on the cordless
phone and one was on the cordless phone.
And something happened as soon as I told them, it was like a total silent, and I thought they hung up. but like I don't know it was my phone or their phone like
Mm.
the call dropped or whatever, and I'm like, wow,
Whoa.
wow. But anyways, it was a drop call, whatever. But I remember them being excited.
Oh yeah, we were excited.
We were excited.
We were so excited.
But I remember back in my day, it was the MSN. No, not MSN.
MSN Messenger.
Yeah, MSN Messenger. But was it you could Skype?
It was it was a Skype
Little
camera.
Skype thing. So I remember doing that, which was kind of funny. And I remember being so dang sick. Like I think my sickness like happened the day I found out because I was just like, Allie made me sick. Mm-hmm. I mean, so sick to the point where I was just like laying in the apartment by myself, sick as a dog. I remember saltines,
green apple, Jolly Ranchers,
green apple. That's what my sister-in-law she said because she was pregnant and she said the only thing that was getting her by was green apple Jolly Ranchers, not grape, not cherry, green apple. So if you have morning sickness and are sick, try those suckers because I think that was the only thing that got me through. Mm-hmm. So I didn't drink caffeine. I didn't. I mean, I was back then. Back in my day, there was no like, oh, you can't have lunch meat.
All the rules,
you know, all the rules now. So it was like a free for all. You know, not too much of a free for all.
There wasn't a lot of like psychoness about it.
Exactly. But anyways, I didn't drink caffeine. I don't. I think I got a really bad cold one time. I didn't even have cold medicine. Like it was like nothing. Mm-hmm. Nothing. I wasn't drinking coffee yet, which was kind of crazy. No coffee yet. Mm-hmm. But I remember when I started to feel better. I love Slurpees. 7-Eleven Slurpees, dude. But like you would get Coke or Dr. Pepper. Yeah, you know, you get caffeine. the good stuff. But the only one that was caffeine free was this grape one. Yeah, right? So when it was time for treat day, you know, you don't have very much money when you start off. You know what I'm saying?
It was treat day.
It was treat day. So we're like, we're going with some Taco Bell. But this pregnant mama wants Taco Bell and she wants
she herself a grape.
She
Slurpee.
wants a grape Slurpee.
And probably the double X.
Oh, I guarantee you. So, anyways, like when I would always eat Taco Bell, like I'd always do a 2-item. Mm-hmm. It was always a 2-item. You always
did a 2-item.
It was always a 2-item. It was usually a double decker taco with bean burrito. You know, onions. Oh, no onions. Add tomatoes. 60 cents to add tomatoes, which is ridiculous, but it's okay. But I remember we went to Taco Bell and I'm like, why don't you give me like a little side nachos too? And I just remember that was like the turning point.
That was it.
Like I was just like, oh, she's a 3-item.
She gonna be thick.
She gonna be thick. She's a 3-item. She's a 3-item girl.
When you're not used to that.
Oh yeah.
Which it's not a big deal.
Like,
to eat
what's
3
happening?
I eat 3 items now.
What's happening?
But like, you know what I mean? It's not. Oh yeah. It's just. It's like something clicks.
Right? Oh yeah.
Oh. Okay.
We hungry, dude. We hungry. So I was. I mean, let's see, May, June, July, August. So 4 months in Colorado, pregnant. And, like, things happening that I'm like, what? You know? So that was the first time I've ever been to a doctor, too. So that was kind of crazy.
Because I didn't have mom with you.
I didn't have mom with me, no. And then we, set up the sonogram, which was at 20, I think we had to wait till, like, 24 weeks, you know? And I remember them saying she was a girl, which was, I was like, I didn't care what I want, you know? Yeah. But it was just like, it was just me and Morgan there, which was so weird, you know. Getting pictures, then went home and called you guys.
You called me at school,
but nobody answered their phone. So I called. I almost said Allie. I called you at school.
At school, I remember. We were going to get ready to go to recess.
Yeah, recess.
It was recess time.
Recess time. I called you at school to tell you. So you were the very first person.
I never knew that.
Yeah, you were the very first person.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I called you. I had to call Mom at work, which she was busy. And I know the person who answered was like, she's calling to say what the gender is.
Yeah, it takes 4 seconds.
It takes 4 seconds, you know. had a baby, it's a boy. You know, like,
put the retractor down.
You know?
Get yourself over there and something.
And I remember I called Dad. I think I left a message to call me back.
Stop.
Yeah.
What were they doing?
So I don't know. Like, you knew what was happening.
And what time
right?
it was happening.
And what's so really special about this too? So you were the first person, and I can't remember. I think they end up calling me back, but I remember the fourth person that knew was Cammie.
That's pretty
Because I called her.
Yeah.
I called her and let her know. So that was pretty.
That's really
let her know I was having a girl, so she was ready to do some hair.
Yep.
Do it all, you know. So that was special. I came home and went back to work.
I remember you coming home and like it was weird to see you pregnant.
Yeah,
because you left your
I
work.
I was done. I came. Yeah,
far along when you came back home.
When I was 4 months, and I remember
big enough to see that you
I
had
remember
a belly.
saying, I don't feel like I'm gonna get any bigger.
Not her.
Not me. I don't feel like I'm gonna get any bigger. 4 months, you know. Not me, but I'm eating 3 items at Taco Bell, you know. So, yeah. Came home. So I took her to work with me. I remember Dad saying, she's easy to take to work now.
I remember saying that too.
Yeah. Anyways, it was during Thanksgiving time. I was having a little rough, and I'm like, I can't stand on my feet anymore. So that's when they took me off work. We had a little scare in December, a month before she was born. We thought she was going to come early because I went to the hospital. Yeah, I was in the hospital. She coming. Knock, knock.
Yeah, right.
No, she's not coming. Anyway, so December, went back home, and then January 21st was her due date. And that came and went.
Came and went, nothing.
Nothing. And mind you, I did get bigger.
Real big.
I did get bigger. So
Do you
thank
remember
you.
How much you gained?
I don't.
You probably don't remember.
The most I've ever weighed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I hit the 200 mark.
Yeah.
Because I remember thinking, dude,
bruh,
come on, Allie. But she did not come. When I think it was a week after the due date, and I was having some cramping, and I remember Mom saying, "Dude, if you just go, maybe they'll just like get you rolling."
At this point, because you're a week after,
you're having a little bit of cramping. Maybe she'll let you know. So I remember, I was like, "All right, Mom, let's go." So we went, and 2 days.
Yeah, so you were in there for a long time. I remember. I'm like, when has this baby come?
Yeah, 2 days of, so I think 2 epidurals, because one wore off. Yes. That was fun. Then one, actually they both wore off. I remember the doctor coming in and Morgan trying to bribe him. Trying to bribe him with my friend Benjamin Franklin to get the ball rolling, because I was miserable. I also remember my butt cheek itchy.
Your butt cheek itchy?
Yeah, my butt cheek itching, and Morgan got a spork.
But you shouldn't have. Would you have been able to feel it?
I don't know if it was probably when it was wearing off because of the meds, and he got a spork and got in there. That's true love, dude. That is true love. But then I also do remember he was hungry.
Yep.
Always hungry. And he had to went to the vending machine.
Which there was probably quite a few different choices.
But wasn't there like actual hot food in the vending machine?
I think so.
I don't remember what it was.
You could heat it up or something. It was something different.
But all I remember is Cool Ranch Doritos, and it about sent me over the edge. Sent me over the edge. So finally, they came in to check me, and they're like, well, first they came in and said I was 2 centimeters, and then they came back and said, well, you're 1.5. I said, I don't know how that happens.
How do you go backwards?
How do you go backwards? Like, what's going? You sure about that?
You sure about that?
You sure about that? Let's do that again. And they said, well, she's not coming. So,
well, she's gonna have to come.
Yeah. So, after 2 days, they decided, okay, well, let's do a C-section, and they could not get a epidural to work. I don't know how many times they poked me.
So this would have been the 3rd one?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because they had to get you, numb to like,
Yeah.
I don't know how many times they poked. I remember being on the edge of the bed and just like, just keep stabbing me, over and over and over.
And it's a weird feeling.
Oh yeah, totally weird feeling. So he, so finally got it. We get there and C-section. pull and tug. That's all you really feel,
Kinda
but you
fun.
feel super sick. And so I'm feeling nauseous, but I look over.
See, this one I wish I could have been in there.
Right? I look over at Morgan, and he looking a little blue in the face. But the nurse is asking him if he's okay.
Worrying about him instead of you.
I'm on the table asking if he's okay. And so basically, I always joke around that they had to take the oxygen mask off of me and put it on him.
Wasn't his head down in between his
But
legs?
they told him, hey, put your head down in between your legs, you know. And I'm literally just like, bruh. Seriously? Is this really happening right now? So that was funny. Anyway, finally came. Totally looked like she was burnt, overcooked.
Burnt. Like her skin was peeling off because she was cooked.
She was at 9 pounds, so 13 ounces.
That would not have been good to come out.
And Morgan said that she had peed before they weighed her, so she probably would have been 10 pounds.
Yeah.
So she would no. I don't know why Mom thought preemie outfits were going to be a thing.
We all got preemie outfits before.
Yeah.
No, not her.
Not her. I think we tried to shove her in one, and
her
Dad was ticked.
Oh, he was so mad at us.
Dad was ticked.
Her little legs were stuck up.
Yeah.
She couldn't stretch them out.
So, got home, had a headache that would not go away, to the point where the only way the headache, I would feel good if I would lay flat on my back and there was no light.
Mm-hmm.
So they literally blacked out all.
Mm-hmm. You weren't allowed to go in the room, or you
I was in the room. They blacked out all. They would bring her in for me to breastfeed her, and that was it. And then they would be like, people would come over to see her, and they're like, "Well, you got to go in the room."
And you have to have your night goggles.
You have to have your night vision goggles on. But anyways, what happened was it was a spinal headache because they too many pokes. So I had to leave Allie and go back to the hospital. But the fact was I had to put a towel over my head.
To even get out the door.
To get out the door. Yeah. Because it hurt so bad. But I told Mom and Morgan, just don't let me hit anything.
You already know.
I ran into the car door. Like, I'm blind. Like, come on. You know? Anyway, so they had to do a spinal, like, take the blood.
Oh, really? Yeah, I never knew that.
Yeah, like a spinal.
And it was like a relief
what it was
right
called.
after?
Oh, yes.
That's
relief.
Wild.
Relief, yeah.
That is so
It was like
wild.
fluid in my spine that they had to, yeah, that was crazy. So, you know, being 19.
That's scary.
Actually, no, I was 20 then, but like crazy. So, fast forward a little bit, Allie still was like, I got a new mom. Let's make her go through the ringer. Let's make her go through the ringer. So since I ate the three items at Taco Bell, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I dropped like some weight quickly.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was 10 pounds. So right off the bat, 10 pounds, right?
You lost 10 pounds.
10 pounds right there. I had problems with the gallbladder. So that was, I kept just complaining, like hurting so bad. And Mom's like, just take some Tums. Never had Tums in my life. So they're like literally tossing me Tums, which wasn't working. And so I would have like days where I was fine and then it would come back. I had to go to the ER and they're like, said, I had ultrasound. They said it was gallstones or whatever. And they said, well, what did you eat tonight? And well, they listed off things. They're like red meat, broccoli, cheese is a really big thing. And they're like, well, what'd you eat tonight? And I'm like, well, I had steak.
Was it Dad's steak?
Yeah. And then I had broccoli with nacho cheese on it. So literally everything that they said was that. So, glad to find out that's what that was. But then I had to go have surgery to have the gallbladder taken out.
So was it I can't remember if it was an emergency.
No, it wasn't emergency.
Planned?
It was planned. So went and had that done. Had to leave Allie again, which was crazy. Left her with you guys. Was at the hospital. It had to have been 2 days. Because I remember Allie would not take a pacifier. And you guys walk in and she's sucking on a pacifier. Like she'd been sucking a pacifier for months. So
We got her, dude.
we got her good. So so that was what, like 6 months, because that was in June, and then I had some gallstones stuck in the duct.
Not the duct.
And they said that they would just pass or whatever, but they wanted me to go get an ERCP, is what it's called, where they put a scope down.
No.
To see, they put you out and they put a scope down to see if they're there, or they can get them out. Because you could get, that's what I did. So that's where we went to the Paradise Hospital.
Okay, I remember that now.
And did that, but that was just an in and out thing. And then they said there wasn't any in there, so we're good to go, right?
Mm.
I remember leaving there, and there was a Subway, because I hadn't eaten, and Mom's like, let's get, so I left Allie again. There's a Subway, so we went and got Subway, and I remember leaving there and like stepping off the curb, and the minute I stepped off the curb, I just had this pain. It was the craziest thing, and it was almost like pancreatitis, or not, it was pancreatitis. It was almost like gallbladder again. But went home. I remember it was your recital. Couldn't go to your recital. I was throwing up. Couldn't stop throwing up. And the Paradise Hospital told me to come back. Yeah.
I think you forgot something.
I remember being just all the way there throwing up, and Morgan's driving. And I had to stop, like the Durham exit. I had to stop there because I said, Morgan, do we have any water? And I remember we had a big old jug of like water like we have for the house, and we hadn't taken it in yet. I just stopped because I gotta have a drink, and I'm just chugging it. Yeah, and then I would throw up because every time you put something, you throw up. I got there. I remember they got me a wheelchair, and I remember sitting in the emergency room, and I'm looking over at Morgan. I'm like, dude, you gotta take me outside. I'm gonna throw up. So he took me outside. I'm throwing up in the bushes.
Oh no,
dude, it was all bad.
Oh no,
it was all bad. So it was pancreatitis. 11 days in the hospital. Again, left Allie. I remember pumping.
My mom would come up.
Oh yeah.
And get
that was crazy.
I know, it was like a wild ride.
I remember thinking Allie's not gonna want to breastfeed again because I'm gonna come home and she's not gonna because I had to dump it because I was on meds,
on the latch,
you know. Yeah. And so finally got through that, which was crazy.
I felt like you were never gonna be okay. I was so scared. No. I remember being like, is she like, I'm like, I don't think I ever want to have a kid if this is what happens.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember I came home so much better, totally fine, and I had like a follow-up. And so I remember Dad taking me up. Morgan was working because he just got got his job and couldn't like get any time off. So Dad took me up there with Allie, and Allie just a little, probably sucking past fire. She's just sucking past fire now.
She was good then.
Yeah. And I remember being in that doctor's office forever, and they finally take it. Like, I mean, we waited like 2 hours. It was a crazy amount of time to wait. And so we were exhausted because we had a baby. And so we finally get in there, and the doctor's like, oh, she looks like her dad. Oh, talking about Dad. And like, Dad. I was so exhausted and so tired that I was like, whatever.
Yeah,
that's her dad. I don't care. I don't care at this point. But I remember him saying, the first thing he said, it's not cancer. And I said, I didn't even know that was even a thing.
Thanks for
that. Like, I didn't even know. Wow. I remember leaving there thinking, I didn't even know that was even a possibility. Which is crazy. I
didn't know that was in the
So
books.
what is crazy is, fast forward to 18 years, I still will have.
All the time.
Yeah. That's I will have some crazy, if I eat something super greasy.
And there's nothing you really can do, right?
No. Just kind of wait it out. Just hopefully it doesn't trigger and be back to the hospital. But yeah, I've been lucky. That's fine.
There's been plenty of times you probably should have went, but just didn't go. So
that's my crazy.
That's good old Allie girl.
That's good old Allie girl. Fast forward. How much? 3 years. Yeah. About 3 years. Morgan was getting deployed. We knew that. He was going back to Afghanistan, and we're like, let's wait until you come back home, and we'll try and have another baby. And nope. No, God had different plans.
He's like, you need another.
On birth control, but
Yeah.
I was taking meds for my back.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. That was counteracting it,
That'll
and
do
I
it.
didn't know. So, anyways, thought it was weird. Hadn't started. I'm like, this is strange.
Mhm.
Really strange. And so I told Morgan. He's like, that's weird. It's weird. And so I'm like, I'll go get a test. But at this point, they had digital, which was like, dude, this is cool.
These are nice.
I don't have to worry about.
Like, is there a line?
Yeah.
Is there not? Yeah.
So I remember getting one, and I remember taking it, and Morgan was at work. He must have called me because there wasn't really a lot of texting, which is really weird.
You had to do the T9.
The T9, yeah. So he called, and I told him, I said, yeah, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pregnant. It's happened. This is it. And he said, well, is the line faint?
Bruh.
I said, bro, she digital.
It says
pregnant AF is what it says. Is what it says, which is kind of funny I say that because just a couple nights ago, Morgan told the kids, because we were talking about pregnancies, and Morgan told the kid, dude, your mom fertile AF. Dude!
For real, though.
Who says that to their kids? Brody, like, Allie's just like, okay, and Brody's like, just shaking his head like an idiot.
God.
I'm like, come on, dude. Your mom's fertile AF, dude.
That's so true, though.
Yeah.
That's so wild.
So, yeah, his pregnancy was like smooth sailing.
Mm-hmm.
I was sick. I did get really sick, and I remember just laying down with Allie a lot.
Take a lot of naps.
Yeah, which I did. I don't now, but we would like literally afternoon. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Like nap time. Let's go.
Let's go nap time. I don't remember if I went back to the 3-item Taco Bell. I probably did.
But not as intense.
One thing that really was hard was I started drinking coffee with Allie.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I gotta wake up to do this, and so giving coffee up was bad. So Brody's pregnancy went super smooth. I don't think I even had an issue just being sick.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you were doing stuff and everything.
Oh yeah,
you just kept going.
Oh yeah, I was cheer coach.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I was pregnant.
You cheered. You literally were coaching up until you had him because you were scheduled for a C-section with him.
I had to miss a game.
Yeah,
I had to miss a game. So yeah, so he was a scheduled C-section. So really not too much of I kind of knew what I was doing with the pregnancy, but I remember being nervous. So scheduled C-section, same doctor, same hospital. It's the catheter for me though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I remember you telling me about it.
I don't understand why they don't do the epidural. I mean, I like to know. I'm going to ask our viewers.
Ask them. I'm
going to ask viewers because you've asked too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had to tell you,
that's what I was nervous about.
Yeah. So, like, when I had the catheter in before, I already had the epidural, so it didn't really,
you didn't
whatever.
Feel it.
But, like, having a scheduled C-section, they put the catheter in before any epidural or anything. So you feel it.
You feel it.
You feel it. And I sat there in bed feeling it forever. Like you're so uncomfortable before they took you back.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to know if you've had a C-section or a planned C-section. Did they wait? Did they do it before? Or is that just back in my day?
Yeah, because I've had friends because I asked them because you said that and they said no, they had the epidural and then they did the catheter.
Why not? Like why? Why would you put somebody through that?
That's what I was thinking. What's the point of doing that first? I mean, unless there is a point, let us know. If you know.
Let
us
know. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, so that was really the only thing pregnancy-wise that was pretty rough. I remember Allie coming in and meeting him.
Mm-hmm. We had her all dolled up,
She, that was pretty sweet. He was just an easy baby,
Yeah.
Like an easy, I think maybe because I knew what I was doing sort of thing,
I don't know. He just seemed a lot easier than
he loved his mom and he loved to breastfeed.
He did.
He would do alligator rolls.
I think it's a boy thing.
Maybe.
Because Brent was the same way.
Yeah. Like, to the point where, like, I remember him one time flipping around and having his legs back here, and he was, like, upside down breastfeeding. I'm like, dude, how does that even work?
Yeah. Yeah. Or he'd be standing up on his legs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, like, he had like a straight leg, and he was like that. It was just, it was
what
so
are you,
restless.
I come downstairs like, what are you doing?
I don't know, dude. He was just doing tricks. He was just doing tricks. Yeah. So what was nice is no hospital visits. Yeah. Nothing. So Brody, thank you.
Good job, bro.
Brody, you were the just the smooth sailing perfect baby, dude.
Perfection.
Little
angel baby.
Perfection. And I didn't even gain a lot of weight with him.
No, you didn't. You looked good on that one.
So since you were, was it 2 weeks before or a week before my due date with him? I can't remember what they did.
I think it was a week before.
So he was a Labor Day weekend baby, which stinks on his birthday because you can't really have his birthday party on Labor Day weekend because everybody's gone. Yeah. But he was just a good baby.
He was still big. He was still big though.
Dude, he was, yeah.
How big was he? 8?
He was 8.
He was almost 9 pounds.
8. Okay, she was 8'13". He was 8'14". Yes. So he was almost 9 pounds. But he probably would have been 11 pounder
if he would have baked longer.
He would have baked a little longer. Yeah. So
I think that's why they took him early too, because they knew Allie was bigger.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So like, we're not gonna make.
We knew what kind of clothes to get him.
Yeah, we were prepared.
Yeah,
for this
we
guy.
were prepared for him. So he got the mom that was experienced. He got the mom that knew what she was doing, and yeah. So I mean, really, his pregnancy was smooth sailing. That's it.
That's it,
right?
Yeah, he was.
I can't think of anything.
I don't remember nothing bad about it. I don't remember anything like. I remember just being so easy for you. Like, you just literally kept going.
Yeah.
Nothing stopped you.
I remember. I mean, what did stink was Morgan being deployed.
Yeah.
And he was 3 months old, so it was like a single mom with the 2. And that's when Allie was like, dude, I'm going to act up. You know what I'm saying?
That's when the party got started.
That's when the party got started. Yeah, you know. I just remember telling Morgan, I'm like, dude, how? Why is the 3-year-old giving me more trouble than the newborn?
Yeah.
Good job, Al. Good job. I love you guys both, though. So, yeah, thank you, Brody. Good times. So, we didn't have any babies in the family.
Not for a long time.
Not for a long time.
We decided we'd want to do it. We waited 5 years.
Wait a second. I forgot to talk about how we found out he was a boy.
Yeah, you didn't say how you figured it out.
Because his pregnancy was so easy.
Yeah.
It was like, whatever. But this time I was like, I'm going to find out early. Because back in my day, it was like, you don't go pay extra.
No, that wasn't a thing.
You don't go pay extra. So we went to Paradise and got the 3D ultrasound.
And we all got to go.
And we guys were all in there.
We were all shoved in that
It was
room.
like a whole, and it was totally different because Allie was just me and Morgan. And with Brody, it was like all of us. Mm-hmm. And I remember them saying it was a boy. And I remember Morgan looking over at Dad and was like, you got your boy.
Yeah.
That was pretty sweet.
That was sweet.
And they're like best friends now.
They are.
Yeah.
They really are.
Pop and Bro are like.
They are. They're tight.
They're camping buddies, dude. Yeah. We don't know what happens up there camping.
We don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
So, yeah.
So, how much older is Brody than Brant?
So, he's 14 and a half.
Not the 14 and a half.
14 and a half.
Well, Brant's 3 and a half.
3 and a half. Don't make us do math.
Yeah, no. Math isn't mathing.
You math it.
Anyway, so we waited 5 years before we wanted to try.
So you did get the honeymoon.
Yeah, we got the honeymoon for sure. So we waited 5 years, and I remember, and we were trying.
Yeah.
Like, I was tracking. I wanted it so bad.
Yeah. And like every month, like I think we stopped asking because we're like, dude, you'll just tell us.
And I think Brian was the one that wanted it more than anybody.
He was like,
he wanted a baby.
Oh yeah, he wanted a baby.
So, it took 6 months of trying, and we just like every month I'd get so defeated.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, fun. So every month I get so defeated, but then I'm like, other people have it worse than me, so I can't be doing this.
Yep.
I can't be doing this. But it just wasn't working. I was getting so frustrated. And then I remember you saying you knew somebody that posted something about
The bath bombs.
bath bombs that had something special in them
Yeah.
to help you get pregnant.
Yeah. Do you? Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, dude, I'll try anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, give me some of those. And I hate baths. Hate.
Like I talk about it, I'm taking a bath,
Oh
and
my
she's just
God.
like, dude.
I cringe. I hate it. I hate it. I don't like them. I just don't like it.
Like, what do you don't like about them? Like, you just overheated?
I like the water running on me constantly. Like,
Okay.
I like to be warm because
Gotcha.
like if you get in the bath, it gets cold.
Okay.
I don't know. I
get it. I get
don't
it.
like it. I don't like to see myself in a bath.
Oh, I bubble that crap up. I don't see nothing.
I ain't looking at myself in no bath. Okay. So I said, screw it. I'll take a bath.
Yeah.
And I did. Crap you not.
Yep.
That
Yep.
next ovulation,
Yeah.
it happened.
It happened.
I swear by those things.
Yeah.
I swear by them.
It's a infused bath bomb.
Yes.
Yep.
And it happened. And I was like, what the heck?
What's it called? Mermaid
Healing?
Mermaid Healing.
Shout out to
to Mermaid Healing.
Because that stuff, dude.
Local.
And I remember, okay, so I hadn't had my period yet.
Yeah.
But I was the same thing. I was testing like the week before just because I wanted to know as soon as I wanted to know.
Yeah.
And I remember taking the test. I was getting ready for work. So it was like really early in the morning. I was taking the test and I looked at it and I'm like, oh, another month didn't work. I threw the test in the back of my cabinet where all my makeup is.
Yeah,
I'm
just
like,
tossed her, dude.
I don't even, whatever, I'm
tossed
over it. And I walked in the other room, started to get dressed, and I was like, I'm going to look at it again. And I went back. And I read it wrong.
And you've been probably taking them or no?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I read it wrong because I had seen them only one line for months and months and months. And I thought,
just
I didn't
playing
think anything.
playing tricks on your mind.
That's exactly what it was. And it was bright as bright could be.
Oh gosh.
Bright as bright could be. And I was like, oh.
Was Brian home?
No, he had already left for work. And then I just started bawling.
Oh gosh.
So I'm like, oh crap, this is real.
Yeah.
So I had to go to work, and me and Mom worked in the same place.
Oh yes.
And she came over to see me that morning, and I'm looking right at her face, and I can't even tell her because I didn't tell Brian.
Yeah,
yet.
you gotta
tell Brian,
yeah.
and I'm like, just go away. Don't come see me.
Get out of here.
Like so busy that day.
Yeah.
But I remember going home, telling Brian, and then I ended up telling you guys. I think was the next day.
Yeah, you had little gift things for us.
Yeah.
It was a family. Did we have a family dinner or something?
Yeah. But did you guys figure I was, or did you guys have no idea?
When I saw the bags, I think I
Like,
thought
all
maybe
right.
all right.
I know
It's
what's
gift
going on.
time.
Yeah.
It's gift 30.
So I was sick. Was I sick?
Yeah.
I was very, very sick. I remember you told me to do the green apple, and it worked a little bit, but then they had these like suckers that are meant for that.
Yeah, because back in my day, they did not have those.
And they had a certain flavor that worked for me. I think it was the raspberry one that worked for me. But I was so sick, I can't even. I was miserable. And then I think at 13 weeks, we went and found out what he was. Just me and Brian.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And then we came home and told you guys.
Yes, that was
With
pretty
Bella.
sweet. With Bella, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah. So we found out it was a boy.
That's one thing I wish I would have been able to do. Like, I guess that wasn't a thing back
no,
then, really.
that's more of a thing
To
now,
do
yeah.
like a fun little
Gender reveal.
So maybe I should just get pregnant again.
Surprise.
Just joking. But yeah, no, that was really special.
Yeah,
that was special.
Sweet. Brody was excited.
Oh
Because
gosh.
he didn't want a girl, he wanted a boy.
Well, we all wore colors
yeah.
of what we thought it was.
Yes.
I was wearing pink because I legit thought it was going to be a girl, but I think I think Morgan said it was going to be a girl too.
Yeah. And Allie, yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think Brody had blue.
Dad had a blue shirt but then a pink shirt over.
Yes.
With the things rolled up.
I'm
Mom
like,
had
that's not.
blue.
It's not even.
It's not
It's
even
called
a
cheating.
thing. Yeah. So, that was fun.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that
then
was cute.
I was
We went out to eat too,
Did we go to eat?
and we went to Real House.
We did, huh?
We did. Yes.
We did. And I probably ate like
Yeah.
nobody's business because
Appetizer.
Brian gets so mad
Yes.
because every time we go out to dinner, I never eat my full meal. I literally will eat like half of it.
Yeah.
So it will be like I get a sandwich, I'll eat half of it, and he knows he's gonna have leftovers.
But the thing is, you eat half of it because you're like, you know what? This will be a good little lunch
I'll save it
for
till
me
later.
tomorrow.
I'll save it till later.
But that not in your house.
Not in my house. Nothing gets saved till later unless you hide it.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I was pregnant, though, it barely made it home, and I would eat the leftovers, and he'd be so mad because there was never leftovers. So he's like, "I can't stand when you're pregnant because there's no leftovers."
So I was a three item. You were a leftover eater.
Girly.
That's
for
yes,
sure.
yes.
And all I craved was pizza
Okay.
and chocolate milk. But it had to be in
Ooh.
the gallon. Already made
chocolate milk. Oh,
so
dude.
much chocolate milk. And
like just for breakfast or just throughout the
drink.
day, just a drink.
And
Just a drink.
I don't even like milk.
Yeah, you're like,
I don't.
that's strong. That's
strong
strong.
AF, I'll tell you that. The muscles though. And I had cherry slushies.
Cherry slushies.
AM
okay.
PM though. It had to be AM PM. AM PM.
Okay. I probably would have picked cherry, but that's all I had was grape.
Right? Yeah. But yeah, that's what I had craved because I remember people saying, "Oh, you crave salty or sweet?" But I'm like, kind of both.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was pretty stinking sick, and like I said,
And you had to work.
and I worked through that whole thing.
Yeah, I don't
Never
know
called in sick.
That's insane.
Never called in sick. And like I said, like we've said before, it was when COVID happened.
Yeah.
So my last month of being pregnant, September, I had COVID, and they were not letting me come in when you're supposed to go in for your weekly because I tested positive. I'm like, but at what point do I get to come in and have this baby?
Yeah.
Like,
do I
just
have
be
to
pregnant for the rest of my life?
Do I have to have this baby at home?
Yeah. So I remember calling each week, and I'd be like, "So am I gonna come and get checked? Are you still testing positive?" Well, yeah.
Yeah, my
Well,
mom's
no.
got tests.
We got lots of tests. No, I'm still positive. Okay. And it was so weird because I also was having this weird reaction. Like, I had these white spots all over my legs, all over my arms, and I'm like, that's so weird. It's almost like, I don't even know. But it was just weird.
Yeah.
And I itched.
Almost like a whole bunch of mosquito bites sort of thing.
It was weird, and I just itched and itched, and it was an itch that never stopped. I remember Brian going to the store trying to find stuff like anti-itch cream, and he lathered me all over. Didn't even touch
He
it.
probably just got a spork.
Well, I ended up getting one of those spaghetti things
Yes.
because oh my God, I was itching. It was the bottom of my feet. It was my fingers. Everything was so itchy, and it never made any
Oh my
sense.
God.
And
Spaghetti.
I was getting everywhere with that thing. That was the only thing that really worked.
Yeah,
without like hurting me.
Because that's like, that's a lot going on there.
It's a good one.
You get it all.
You get it everywhere. So that happened, and I was like, this is just not right. And I remember it'd be like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I gotta get in the shower. That's the only thing that relieved it was taking a shower. So finally it was like almost close to my due date, and nothing was like rumbling or nothing. And
no rumbling
Mom's
and
like,
tumbling.
let's go get those cookies.
Yes.
They're supposed to help you labor cookies.
Yes. Yep.
I ate those suckers.
Yep.
And I started to feel some cramping, but nothing really enough or anything. And then one day I just wasn't feeling right. Mom's like, let's go.
She's a gaslighter.
She's the one.
She's a
like,
gaslighter, dude.
They'll take you. And so I go in.
You ready? She's a gaslighter,
Yeah.
dude. You feel it, right?
Right. It's time. I go in. They're like, no. And I told them about the itching, nothing. And it was somebody I hadn't seen because I was at the hospital. I didn't go to my doctor's office. I went to the hospital.
That's because Mom said go straight to the hospital.
Well, because they wouldn't let me come in.
Oh,
but they would
okay.
let me go to the hospital.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So because I called, I said, I'm not feeling very well. They're like, just go to the hospital. So I did. And the doctor was like, no, you're fine. But I was up there forever. And Mom and Brian had to wait out in the parking lot for hours because they won't let them in.
I wonder the conversations there.
Oh, God, I don't know. Who knows with those two? So they made me leave.
Yeah.
And I'm still itching like nobody's business.
Still itching.
And like I honestly don't even know I don't have scars
just from
itching.
Yeah. Ouch.
I mean,
ouch.
So I ended up going. They were allowing me to come to my doctor's because I had went to the hospital.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, you can come in on. I think it was that Monday. They're
Okay.
like, follow up with your doctor on Monday. So I went in and he's like, you wanna what's it called? They strip you.
Oh, strip your membranes.
Oh,
yes,
God.
yes, yes.
That's super fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, we stripped the strip out of those babies. I was like, okay.
Sure.
And he's like,
That's what that means.
that's it. All right. So he's like, okay, we're gonna go home. If you start feeling it, then
Yeah,
head to the hospital.
yeah.
And I said, so I've been having this itching like nobody's business.
Yeah.
And then I pulled out my leggings, showed him my legs. He goes, oh yeah, that's not good.
Like,
That's
bro.
called cholestasis. And I'm like, that's like
What's it called?
cholestasis. So it's to do with the
Cholestasis.
liver.
Okay.
Your liver could shut down.
The liver.
Cool or whatever.
Liver shutting down.
So he's like, you need to go to the hospital. And I had already packed
You're like,
everything.
I already been there.
Been there, dude. They sent me home. So I went and that's when we freaking started it all, dude. We started
The
it.
ball started rolling.
Um,
And I didn't get to be there.
and you didn't get to be there. And I remember, because Mom was at work,
Yes.
so we had to
Yes.
wait till she got there. But I remember, they're like, they did the pill. What is it called when they try to induce you?
Oh, is it a pill?
So you can either get the balloon up, expand, and I said no, sir,
Because I done got stripped. And
and
I
I got
don't.
stripped earlier, bruh. And I want nothing else up there right now. But I had a friend that did that, and she said, "Don't ever do that." And so, like, I had it in my brain, I'm not getting that balloon.
Gotcha.
Not
Gotcha.
doing it. So I was like, I'd rather do the pill thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So I did the pill, and I remember, I hadn't even got the epidural or nothing yet. I was like, just going hard, and I think I got to a 4 before I got the epidural.
Okay.
But I remember standing up and my water broke, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this is what this is.
That's what the
So
water
I didn't have to
breaking
break
means.
my water or anything.
Okay.
And then that's when the pain started, and I was like, all right, let's get this baby in the back, because I can't do it no more. I couldn't do it. And I wasn't trying not to do it.
No,
I
it just was like.
I remember you saying yours wore off.
Yeah.
So I was scared to get too early.
So you're waiting until the last minute. Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
Once
makes
that
sense.
water broke, it was time to
Yeah.
get that baby in there. So, and I also had a fever of 103 the whole night.
Yeah.
And so I labored through the whole night. I think the next morning is when I got to start to push. Because I just did dilate all the way to a 10.
Yeah.
And I pushed for, I don't even know how many hours.
Yeah, it was a while.
Quite a while. And that sucker didn't come out.
It was just like, he was like.
And my nurse, she was a prime, like bomb.com.
Yeah.
She tried everything
to
get her out, like get him out.
Yeah.
She was boss. She was a boss. I'll tell you that. But it just didn't work.
This wasn't good. Nope.
So
Not today.
when you start pushing, they turn your epidural off.
Really?
That's what
Why?
so that you can have a little bit of because it's still strong in there.
So you have like a sensation. So
you could try to push.
That
help
makes
push
sense. That
or
makes
whatever.
sense.
So
I wondered how that. because I never got to push.
yeah. So after the fact, they figured that's not going to work because his head kept getting stuck on my pelvic bone. I'm like, bruh, here we go. He's going to be a rough one if he or not wanting to come out.
Yeah.
He's going to be a pain. So they decided, okay, we're going to do a C-section, but there was somebody already in there, so they couldn't take me back then, so I had to wait. But nobody turned the epidural back on.
Oh.
And I'm having contractions every like 10, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And with no epidural. So that was really bad.
What?
I remember Mom being really scared, like looking at me, like trying to be calm, but she knew like that this is not okay.
Yeah. No,
probably the most pain I've ever had in my life.
She was giving us text updates, and it was
wild.
just like,
I was scared. But finally, the girl came in, did it, whatever, and we went back to finally have the C-section. And I remember I started doing those like labor shakes, where you can't stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, how are they even going to be able to cut straight? Because I couldn't stop shaking.
Like,
it was so bad.
Yeah, that's not.
And then I started getting nauseous.
This is your first surgery too, so it's just like all.
I've never had nothing, right? And I don't even know how I got through it. I remember just being so scared. I was like, just shaking so bad. I'm like, just get the thing out of me. can't do this. And I remember seeing him and I was crying. And then I remember them just pumping me because I kept saying I was so nauseous.
Yeah.
They kept giving me more meds,
Yeah.
more meds.
Yeah.
And then I was just like so out of it. I couldn't even remember anything. And so I remember them getting him out, giving him to Brian. They pushed on my stomach and something flew out. And it was like, so it was some kind of blood clot thing.
Yeah.
And I just started kind of bleeding out.
Oh, yep.
And they're like, this really isn't normal.
No, not normal.
So they pushed Brian out because Brian was like so confused what was happening.
Yeah.
I will say they stayed really, really calm for what was happening, but you could tell Brian knew something was wrong. But they didn't want him in there, so they took him out. And I remember being in there for a long time, and they were just like doing whatever they were doing. Yeah. And then I don't even remember leaving and waking up in a different room. And I remember being so drugged I couldn't even keep my eyes open. And Brian's like, "You want to hold him?" I'm like, "Sure." And so he like puts him on me, and I'm like, he's like falling out of my arms.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I said, "You got to take him." I can't do this.
So see you, dude. I can so see you.
My eyes are so crossed. Yeah. I don't even know. It's so bad. So I finally recovered. Took me back.
Yeah.
To my room, and I had lost too much blood, so I had to have a bunch of blood transfusions.
All I could think of is like, Edward, just stop sucking her blood. You're gonna kill her.
Yeah, I remember. I just was like, I was just so confused, and so they had pumped me with so much fluid. I had been so big. I was huge,
dude.
I was. Very,
it was
huge.
Like the off of Willy Wonka.
That's exactly what it was. My thighs were that big.
Yeah, dude. Oh, bro.
And my toes were that big.
I'm like, what is going? No, you know what? It was like Wally.
That's what it was. I looked like the people off of Wally in the chairs. I was blown up every single way.
Yeah.
I remember Mom goes, "Your butt is so big." I was like, bruh.
Oh, dude. Bro.
But when we went home, you remember Brian Woody? I was like, hurting. Because I was so blown up. He took every frozen.
Yes. Because we're like trying to get you to not be so swollen.
I got so swollen. Every frozen vegetable, every frozen food in the freezer.
Oh, yeah.
It was on me.
It was chicken strips. Dude, French fries, peas, broccoli. It was everything in there. Everything in there.
That's too much. So he was 7
we have a
pounds,
picture
2
of that.
ounces. Little teeny.
Little thing.
Mom, I remember Mom saying, because I do remember getting wheeled to my actual room I was going to stay in. And I remember Mom finally coming up the hallway. Like, that was like a core memory of her coming. Yeah. His face is so little. And I'm like, I don't know.
That's like the first thing I thought, too, because we're so used to these big old babies. Yeah. Allie and Brody just like coming in like.
It was like you're not scared to hold
like
the newborn.
sumo wrestlers.
This one you're like, what am I supposed to do? He's so little. Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird holding him.
It was. He was a little tiny thing. But, yeah, it was just not the funnest.
No.
And I had literally said, if I wouldn't have had a C-section, knowing now that I can have another one, I probably wouldn't do it again.
Yeah, that's
because it was not the easiest. Everything about it.
I literally thought we were gonna finally have a regular birth.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. This will be good.
Yeah, because Mom had a regular birth with me, but then had a C-section with you, so she knew both ways. But we're like,
all we knew was C-section for you, so it was like, no, it wasn't easy. Wasn't easy.
Nope. So, literally, Brant and Allie.
Identical twins. And run for the money. And then sweet little Brody. Yeah, I love Brody. So, maybe my second one will be sweet. We'll see.
We'll see about that. We'll do, yeah.
I'm not putting any money on it. I'll tell
you
that.
No money. But we got to get another bath bomb.
Yes, I gotta hit her up, get me another bath bomb because it's not working.
Like I said, it's all in God's plan.
And that's what I've even told people was like, because I'm not being psycho like I was the first time with Brant. We both decided, okay, we're ready to start trying again. And I'm not tracking nothing. I'm not, I'm just like, because I prayed so hard to see if it's right to have another one because Brant is so challenging.
Yes,
and I'm like, can I do another one? Is it what I need? So I prayed so hard to tell me, like, give me signs of what.
Yeah.
And I've gotten so many signs. It's like,
Yeah.
you need to at least try.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
So if it happens, it's meant to be.
It's meant to be.
So
Yep.
we'll see.
We will see.
Only God knows.
Only God knows. Do you get frustrated like when people ask you like, you guys have another one? Do you get people asking you that?
I did at first because they see how different Grant is. Because he's hard, he's challenging, and he's a psycho. So
he just So
I'm like, are you judging me? Like, are you thinking I can't handle another one? Is that why you're asking?
Yeah.
Because I can see how he is. Trust me, I know how he is. I'm with him 24/7. So like, are you saying that like? Do you think you should have another one? I take it like that.
Oh, you take it. Oh, it's hard. Yeah.
You know,
I get it.
so I'm like, but only from certain people.
Yeah.
But other people I know they're being genuine. Like,
yeah.
But it is annoying sometimes when you are trying. Like, I could see people that have been trying for years, and people be like, "Oh, are you guys ever gonna have a kid?" Like, don't ask people that.
Yeah.
Don't ask people that, because deep down it's harder than people really think. Even though you may not think that can hurt somebody.
Yeah.
So
that's why I don't like ever. I'm not like. I'm just like, you just can tell us.
Yeah.
But if you want to talk, you just talk.
Yeah. You just talk it out.
You just talk it out. Just walk it out.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hopefully we'll have another pregnancy story someday.
We'll have. Yeah.
Or if I do, we'll get to like show how it's going.
Yes, that'll be a pretty good episode.
I'll be throwing up on the.
We'll be throwing up. Yeah, I'll eat three things for you, dude. We have like your pregnancy cravings on the table.
That'd be fun.
That would be pretty cool.
I never had weird stuff. Did you?
I didn't either.
Like, I wasn't eating dirt.
No.
Eating
toothpaste. They're like literally like no.
It was just pizza, dude. I ate so much pizza.
I just ate with both of them.
I like food. But I like food now.
Yeah, I like food now.
I think that's what triggered it.
That's
what triggered those stinking skanks. Now we just love food.
We just love it. So yeah, that's our pregnancy stories.
So if we'd like to hear yours.
Yeah, whether
everybody's different.
Whether you were a Allie or Brant or a sweet
little baby,
smooth and sailing Brody pregnancy, we'd like to hear that. And I do want to hear about the catheter situation.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
I'm curious. Yeah,
I remember I had to have it again. I had to add another one.
Oh,
because when you push, they take it out.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I did feel it the second time going, but not as intense because there was a little bit of epidural left.
Yeah.
Because they had restarted my epidural, so I could feel stuff, but I couldn't imagine doing that without it.
Yeah.
Ouch.
No. Poor Brody has to edit this. Sorry, Brody.
That's okay.
So yeah. So that's it.
That's it for this pod.
That's it for this pod. Yeah. We will we'll see you next Friday with another topic.
And remember to like and subscribe.
And maybe put in the comments a good topic for us.
Yeah.
We good topic for us. We got some shows we're gonna watch that we're gonna talk about. But yeah, give us a good topic.
We like it.
Yep. So
we'll see you next week.
Peace.